Here's your wrestling news for September 29th, 2025. Your headlines for today include WWE accidentally spoils identity of mystery star after attack. Major setback, WWE star injured mid-match, contest stopped due to injury. WWE referee Daphanie LaShaunn responds to backlash over botched pin on WWE SmackDown. WWE star defends Nia Jax, hails her as locker room leader after backlash over Jade Cargill's injury. WWE making major changes to Raw for next several weeks. Dominik Mysterio's next challenger for AAA Mega Championship confirmed. Shinsuke Nakamura's current in-ring status revealed amidst TV absence. WWE and AEW set for head-to-head battle with NXT vs Dynamite Showdown. WWE stars merch stolen, and more. We're kicking things off with some interesting news as WWE's own website has spoiled one of the bigger reveals from NXT No Mercy. During the Women's Championship match between Jacy, Jayne, and Lola Vice, a hooded figure interfered and changed the outcome. The identity was deliberately kept secret on the broadcast, but WWE's official website accidentally gave it away in their match recap. The match was tightly contested with Vice landing her trademark spinning back fist. The momentum carried her out of the ring, and that's when the mystery figure made their move. The hooded attacker struck Vice with a running knee on the outside, leaving her vulnerable. Moments later, Vice was rolled back into the ring where Jayne capitalized with the rolling encore to retain her championship. While the broadcast kept fans guessing, the official WWE.com report originally included the line, Jacy Jayne retained the NXT Women's Championship thanks to a shocking assist from Lainey Reid. By naming Reid directly, WWE revealed the attacker before any on-screen storyline confirmation. The post was quickly edited to be more vague. Jacy Jayne is still the NXT Women's Champion, but not without some controversy. But the damage was already done. Some fans had spotted the leak immediately and shared screenshots across social media, spreading the spoiler before WWE could clean it up. The timing also raised eyebrows since Reid was pulled earlier in the night from her WWE Speed Women's Championship match against Sol Ruca due to a foot injury. Her recent association with Fatal Influence has further fueled speculation that she could replace Jasmine Nix in the group following Nix's departure from WWE. With the website blunder and fan chatter online, the mystery may not have lasted long, but it's created even more buzz around Lainey Reid's next move. Do you think WWE ruined the surprise too early, or did this only add to the hype? An unfortunate injury may have derailed one of NXT's rising stars, and it happened during a high-profile TNA taping. At the September 27th tapings in Edmonton, Alberta, Holland squared off against Moose in a rare cross-promotional matchup, but the bout came to an abrupt end when Ridge landed awkwardly and appeared to suffer a serious leg or ankle injury. Fans in attendance noted that Holland was in clear distress, unable to put weight on the injured left leg. The referee had no choice but to stop the contest, awarding the victory to Moose. In a show of respect, Moose reportedly helped carry Holland to the back once the match was called off. This setback comes at a tough time for Holland, who has become a consistent presence on the NXT roster in recent months. This match is still scheduled to air on the October 12th episode of Impact Wrestling, though it's unclear how much of the real injury will be shown on television. The timing couldn't be worse for WWE's ongoing storyline with TNA. Ridge had been a key figure in several NXT vs TNA angles, and his absence could force adjustments heading into Bound for Glory. Slat Rock Wrestling will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates on Ridge's condition as more details emerge. Do you think Ridge's injury could change WWE's creative plans for the NXT TNA Invasion story? Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Nia Jax is once again facing heavy criticism after injuring Jade Cargill during the September 26th episode of WWE SmackDown. The incident occurred in a triple threat match when Jax drove Cargill into the steel steps with such force that it left her busted open. The moment sparked outrage online, with fans blasting Jax as unsafe and even calling for her to be released from WWE. Chelsea Green, however, quickly came to her defense. Taking to Twitter, the former Women's United States Champion pushed back against the backlash, writing, "The internet not knowing that Nia is one of the best is the biggest travesty. We're lucky to have her as a locker room leader." Green's comments arrived as fan outrage continued to pour in across social media, with many pointing to Jax's history of similar incidents and arguing that she puts other superstars at risk. The debate over Jax's in-ring style has been ongoing for years, but the injury to Cargill has once again brought the conversation to the forefront. As for Cargill, she has since reassured fans that she's okay despite how graphic the injury looked on television. The visual alone had many questioning whether the spot was necessary. Meanwhile, dirt sheets have reported that Jax herself was upset over what happened and apologized for the incident backstage. The controversy around Nia Jax shows no signs of slowing down, though Chelsea Green's support may help balance perceptions within WWE's locker room. Do you side with Chelsea Green in defending Nia Jax, or should WWE hold her accountable for what happened to Jade Cargill? The September 26th SmackDown main event didn't just spark controversy around Nia Jax's brutal spot with Jade Cargill, it also placed WWE referee Daphanie LaShaunn under the spotlight. The incident unfolded after Cargill hit Jax with her Eye of the Storm slam and went for the pin. LaShaunn began her 3 count but abruptly stopped before slapping the mat a 3rd time, even though Jax hadn't kicked out. Tiffany Stratton was supposed to break the fall with a dropkick but arrived late, leaving an awkward pause that drew loud boos from the crowd. Jax eventually lifted her shoulder a few seconds later, but by then the finish already looked botched. The mistake was so glaring that WWE quietly edited it out of the replay uploaded to YouTube. Fans, however, caught it live and immediately flooded social media, with LaShaunn herself receiving heavy criticism. After staying quiet for a few days, she finally addressed the situation with a heartfelt message on her Instagram story. LaShaunn wrote, "I see all the love, I'm just human, but I can promise that I strive to always be better, which will forever be my goal as long as I'm on this journey. I love this just like y'all, that I can swear to you." Her response showed class and accountability at a time when the backlash was at its peak. Botches are inevitable in pro wrestling, but how someone reacts to them often matters more than the mistake itself. LaShaunn's willingness to accept criticism and focus on improving highlights her professionalism in a high-pressure role. Do you think WWE should embrace referee mistakes as part of the storytelling, or is it better for them to keep editing these moments out? WWE is making notable adjustments to Raw's broadcast schedule in the coming weeks, with multiple changes to its usual start time. For the 3rd week in a row, Raw will kick off an hour earlier this week, beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern instead of the standard 8 p.m. slot. The following week, on October 6th, the show is set to return to its regular start time of 8 p.m. Eastern. That timing will also hold for the October 20th and October 27th episodes. However, October 13th will see a dramatic shift, as Netflix has listed Raw to begin at 8 a.m. Eastern, a full 12 hours earlier than usual. According to Fightful Select, the October 13th broadcast is tied to WWE's Crown Jewel event in Australia. With the premium live event airing in the country, the 12-hour time difference directly impacts when Raw will be available for viewers. Beyond these one-off adjustments, WWE is also reviewing start times for upcoming shows in Boston and Madison Square Garden. The company, alongside Netflix, appears open to experimenting with scheduling to better serve live crowds while also considering how timing impacts television audiences. This could be a signal that the traditional 8 p.m. start time may not remain the fixed standard going forward. What do you think about these changes? Should WWE be announcing schedule shifts on a bigger platform much in advance so fans can plan ahead? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Shinsuke Nakamura is set to make his long-awaited return to the ring, and he'll be doing it on his home soil in Japan. WWE confirmed that Nakamura will be competing at both nights of the Super Show events inside Tokyo's Ryogoku Sumo Hall on October 17th and 18th, 2025. This marks his first in-ring appearance since June, when he was eliminated in the opening round of the King of the Ring tournament. Since that loss, Nakamura has been absent from WWE programming, but his comeback has now been announced as a major highlight of the company's upcoming Japan tour. On the October 17th card, Nakamura will team with Jey Uso to face the powerhouse pairing of Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. The following night, he'll once again join forces with Uso, this time alongside CM Punk, for a 6-man tag team bout against Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. For Nakamura, it's a fitting stage to reintroduce himself to the WWE audience. After months on the sidelines, the King of Strong Style will step back into the spotlight in front of a Japanese crowd that played such a key role in shaping his legacy. Are you excited to see Nakamura finally return to action? Should he step into the US title picture once his Tokyo run is over? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Since capturing the AAA Mega Championship from El Hijo del Vikingo at Worlds Collide on September 12th, Dirty Dom has been carrying both the AAA Mega title and the WWE Intercontinental Championship. His reign with 2 belts has kept fans talking, but now his next challenger in Mexico has been officially revealed. Dragon Lee earned his opportunity after defeating El Grande Americano and Vikingo in a #1 contenders triple threat match at the September 27th AAA Alianzas event. With that victory, Lee is now set to challenge Dominik for the AAA Mega Championship at Heroes Immortales on October 25th. Meanwhile, Mysterio's WWE schedule shows no sign of slowing down. He's booked to defend the Intercontinental Championship against Rusev on the September 29th edition of Monday Night Raw, meaning he'll juggle title defenses in 2 major promotions within the same month. Holding gold in both WWE and AAA is an impressive feat, but it also leaves Mysterio with plenty on the line. Dragon Lee is a formidable opponent, and the matchup at Heroes Immortales could decide whether Dirty Dom maintains his dual title dominance or sees one of his belts change hands. Will Dragon Lee dethrone Dominik in Mexico, or will Dirty Dom continue his reign across 2 companies? Share your predictions and thoughts in the comments below. Gail Kim has once again found herself in the wrestling spotlight, but this time it isn't for an in-ring moment, it's over a rumor she insists is completely false. The story began when reporter BJ Bethel, who had previously faced criticism for pushing inaccurate AEW viewership numbers, took to Twitter claiming that Gail Kim had actively reached out to AEW weeks ago, not the other way around. Bethel wrote, "In the least breaking news, Gail Kim contacted several people about an opportunity at AEW at some point longer than a couple of weeks ago. No one reached out to her." Social media immediately lit up with speculation, with fans debating whether Kim might be seeking a behind-the-scenes position or even a surprise in-ring return. Gail Kim swiftly responded, directly confronting the claim and questioning Bethel's credibility. She posted, "I don't know you, but this is a perfect example of someone lying and has zero integrity. At least when I say what I say, I'm saying what I feel and I'm truthful and will defend myself with facts. Zero integrity here." Moments later, Gail doubled down with a second tweet, sharing the real version of events. "The real news about what happened with AEW, since people will lie, etc. I was saving it for interviews, but oh well, it's now. I got one text from AEW when I was terminated from TNA. It was from Sanjay and inquiring more about whether I wanted to wrestle. I'm retired, end of story." This exchange comes after Gail had previously dealt with backlash over her remarks involving Riho and her use of the phrase "hood side." Now she's taking a firm stance against what she calls false reporting tied to an AEW agenda, making it clear she isn't job hunting and has no intention of returning to the ring. Earlier reports suggested WWE and AEW wouldn't directly clash on the same night again this year, but that idea has officially been thrown out the window. Ringside News confirms that AEW Dynamite Title Tuesday is set for October 7th, 2025, airing live from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. The exact same night WWE will air its NXT Invasion special on the CW network. AEW's Title Tuesday isn't just a filler episode either. Branded as a homecoming special, Tony Khan is bringing the action back to his home base with big matches and marquee names, promising a stacked card. Meanwhile, NXT Invasion is set to deliver 2 Survivor Series-style elimination matches and a no-interference title-for-title tag team showdown between the Hardy Boys and Dark State. With both companies loading their biggest content for the same night, it's clear the Tuesday Night War is alive and well. Fans are now in a position where they may have to choose which show to watch or juggle both, because October 7th is shaping up to be one of the most intense cross-brand nights in recent wrestling history. Unfortunate news now as former WWE star Priscilla Kelly is speaking out after fans reportedly stole all her 8x10 photos during a recent meet and greet in Arizona, marking the second time in less than a month that her merchandise has gone missing at a show. The independent wrestling standout took to Twitter to express her frustration, emphasizing that this isn't just about photos, it's about her livelihood. "Well, to the fans in Arizona that helped themselves to all of my 8x10s while I was away, f***ing sucks," she wrote. "This is the second time in less than a month I've had merch stolen from my table. Please, do better, guys, and hold each other more accountable or something. This is my livelihood." Kelly explained that she had to rush to catch a red-eye flight and didn't have time to return to the venue after packing up. While she apologized for not being able to take more photos with fans, she made it clear that stealing her merchandise out of disappointment or frustration was completely unacceptable. "I had a red-eye flight that I had to rush and pack up and leave for. I'm sorry that I couldn't come back out and take photos with people, but to take my stuff just because you're upset is unacceptable." For independent wrestlers like Kelly, merchandise sales are a vital part of their income, particularly during convention weekends. Theft not only impacts them financially, but also damages the trust that makes the fan-wrestler connection so special. Here's hoping Kelly never faces this situation again, and that fans begin holding each other accountable when respect gets thrown out the window. What do you think about Priscilla Kelly's experience? Should events do more to protect talent merchandise? Share your thoughts in the comments below.